Alright, so for those of you just tuning in, we're about to do another Heroes of the Storm game with the viewers. In this match, I'll be playing as Brightwing, and during the game, I will be explaining the basics of my hero and the map. As usual, this is just extra content, not a replacement for Age of Empires 2. So if my extra content is well received, then I'd be happy to do a few extra Age of Empires 2 videos in the coming weeks. Last but not least, if you'd like to play this, Age of Empires 2, or other games with me, then feel free to head on over to my Twitch page, and you can find my live stream schedule by going to the link, and then scrolling underneath the video player on the Twitch page itself. Welcome to Stream Mythology! Yeah, this is Heroes of the Storm. I'll be explaining a bit of the basics while I'm in the game, but for the most part it's pretty self-explanatory. It's a 5v5 game, 5v5 team game. It's our team on the right, their team on the left. We're blue, they're red. I'm going to be playing as Brightwing on a fresh account because a lot of these players aren't indeed new. Obviously, Slendhort, not new. Brightwing going to be a support hero. The goal of the game is to destroy the enemy core. You can see the brief summary of it on the screen, although I guess some of it's cut off because it's abnormally low here. But we have to protect our core, this big structure. Both players have a base. They have a core as well. This is actually a different game mode, so there's all sorts of maps in Heroes of the Storm with different mechanics, so... Well, it explains it a little bit on the loading screen. Might make it a little bit easier. Perhaps I briefly toggle off the Twitch chat. You can read it a little bit, right? Helps a bit. Yeah. Oh, no, actually, it doesn't cut off any of the Twitch chat text. Nice. So yeah, you can see the rules for it on the screen. We're loading in here right about now. And this is going to be... Yeah, this is going to be on the EU region, so I'm still getting used to this. This is my first time streaming this game, and based off the reception, I might do more of this, or some Hearthstone or something. I'm looking for something that I could do more long-term on the side, as some extra content, in addition to AoE, not a replacement. Here's the Storm sort of fits the bill for what I would do for, Age of Empires 2 community stream, where, like, I invite you guys in the chat, we all play together, have a lot of fun, learn the game. But this game, also doing a community stream is incredibly difficult to set up, and we have all sorts of tech issues, and like lobby simulators is like half the bloody stream, so we'll see. Yeah, I'll be posting a lot of these matches on my YouTube channel. Yeah. So this is the core that we're trying to protect. This is their core. These are my abilities. I got all these fancy pants buttons. I'll be trying to explain them briefly as we move on throughout the game. Not exactly sure what kind of lane setup we want here. Maybe I'll go with Asmodon, I guess. Don't think it actually matters that much. I think I'll take Unfurling Spray at level 1, but I think that... Contrary to popular belief, actually, a lot of these talents are pretty good. Even Arcane Precision is actually not that bad. But I think I will go with Unfurling... Unfurling Spray here. So, Brightwing is a support hero. There are all sorts of different classes of people in this game. So my job is, I'm a healer. Brightwing, probably a lot harder to play on EU because there's a little bit of delay. I live, of course, in North America, so I have to play with the EU ping while I'm streaming. So we'll see. Give it a shot. Unfurling Spray. Of course, going to increase the range of my Soothing Mist. Do I have auto attack on? Yeah. Brightwing is one of my favorite heroes of all time. Brightwing is my main that I play a lot on my main accounts. Why can't Brightwing ride a horse? Racist dominus. Fairy dragons have no rights. I used to find Brightwing's voice really annoying when I started playing the game, but it's really grown on me over time. I think Brightwing has the most adorable voice now. Let's make their insides outsides. So my Q ability fires a little blob of energy in an AoE like so. It turns someone into a chicken, sheep, or whatever, where they can't attack, they move slowly, can't use their abilities. I can use Pixie Dust and Summon, which makes them move faster and makes them block the next few attacks. And then every now and then I fart out Healing Mist, which restores health to me and anyone nearby. And then I can select a heroic ability once I hit level 10. This is our level on the right, their level on the left. There's no items in Heroes of the Storm. You just upgrade your talents. You just pick talents, which upgrade your abilities, which automatically improve every level, but every few levels. So, okay, sorry. Your abilities improve every level, but you pick a talent every 3 levels. Yes, and the talents add like extra effects to your abilities. Now I can't actually mount up because I'm Brightwing, but I can teleport to a hero. I suppose I can be sitting in a lane and just teleport in when I need to, so I might as well just do that and poke at Sergeant Hammer. If you have no idea how to play Heroes of the Storm, what you do is you just wait until the minimap tells you that you need to go somewhere, and then you go there. So we'll see if Sergeant Hammer actually undeploys in time. Be cool. Should probably pick my talents here. Not exactly sure which one I want. I think all of these are pretty good. I'm going to go with Manic Pixie. Should be good to go. So unfortunately I actually missed out on the shrine thing due to that little engagement there. I'm still getting used to that. Brightwing is a psycho, yes. Dirty Lulu, Soraka player, how do I sleep at night? Knowing that my enemies don't get to have any fun, Pete. Nothing makes me happier than seeing my teammates succeed, and what I like about Brightwing is that global presence. So I'll TP in to them, I guess. Give them a little bit of a hand. One thing that's nice about Brightwing is that you can sit in a lane, and since you don't need to last it in this game, you gain experience for your team by killing enemy structures, or, see, this is plus XP, or whenever enemy creeps die near you. So you can, like, sit in a lane, and then teleport into your team whenever you are needed. Fortunately, I am not level 10, so I can't blink on them yet. Okay. Turn him into a sheep. Back up. Auto-attacking this entire time. Like, I have the ability to be very aggressive with my auto-attacks compared to some heroes because I'm constantly able to heal up, and if Erstein stays close enough to me, then I will be able to slowly heal him up. This looks like it's actually going to be a relatively close game, as they got one of the altars, we got the other one. The only way to actually damage the core on this specific map is to actually capture the altars, which spawn every now and then, and it'll tell you when one of them spawns. Yes, see, there you go. You just follow your Lord and Savior, Mr. Minimap. He says we gotta move in about 20 seconds, so we gotta go to the top side of the map. Right, so we'll have to go there, and then I can just TP to my teammates whenever. In the meantime, soak some XP in the bottom lane. The enemies are not viewers too, GZen61. These are random dudes. Because on the flip side, compared to AoE, I don't really need to worry about balancing the teams as much here. Because Blizzard matchmaking should hopefully take care of that. He says, hopefully. Oh, missed the creep wave. Whoops. It looks like they actually, so we're just going to trade 1 for 1 here. Since no one was contesting the other one up there, I felt no reason to TP in. No point, might as well just sit down here and relax. Defend this tower. They have 3 people down here, we have 2. Yeah, might as well just sit back. If we're not contesting the one that's on their side of the map, that's fine. We can trade 1 for 1. As long as we're not giving them anything for free. Periodically double check to see what the situation is over there. See, I can globally teleport to any allies, but I can't mount up. Oh, looks like we have a little bit of engagement going on here. I will be TPing onto him. And I probably should have taken that talent where it gets a shield on arrival, but... yeah, I'll go with Mystified this game, actually. I like Mystified. So what I want to do is I want to get the level 20 talent where Soothing Mist adds stacks. And it keeps improving the healing the more I consecutively heal the same guy. But I think that there are a lot of good talents here, like the one where you shield a target on arrival is actually sick. Brightwing has a lot more talent variety than you might think. Even the one where you extend the range on Arcane Flare is actually great. That was a good zombie wall. Nice. You're really good at murder, aren't you? Yeah, you can get the shield when you teleport. You can actually be Shen. And that sounds really good. But so is the one where your basic abilities actually reduce the cooldown of Soothing Mist. They're both good. I think that the pro teams generally tend to favor the phase shift build. I think that it gets maybe a little bit less value in a uncoordinated environment, but I think it's still good. Look at this. Turret's actually almost out of ammo, so might even be able to just straight up kill it. Or not. Brightwing is hard to play with latency, but I'll try. Brightwing is so cute, and also so evil. Nice, and we got the altar without actually having to deal with really any problems whatsoever. That was a really good stun by Erstein, and Zertoip is going to be able to clean this up, so nicely done. I don't think we need to chase here. We could probably take a mercenary camp or something, or not. I don't think it really matters. Might as well just push this. Unless someone wants to take it. I got my eyes on the minimap in case a fight happens here. As soon as I see those dots collide, I will TP onto Asmodon to try and back him up. Your abilities actually do hit structures in this game, and you have to clear the structures before you get to the enemy core, of course, and the enemy towers do prioritize your little computer-controlled creep guys, so you gotta make sure that you always have those in front of you. Looks like Lanolium is indeed outnumbered here, so I'm gonna TP onto his body. Try and protect him. Maybe I can keep these structures alive. This map works a little bit differently than the other ones, so like when you lose your structures, they actually respawn, because the only way to actually deal direct damage to the core is by taking a shrine. It's a little weird. Someone talking about chocolate? Chocolate! So my 2 ultimate abilities are also very good. I think Blink Heal is the more popular one, but popular doesn't always equal good. least Blink Heal is better in more situations, but Emerald Wind has a lot of realistic applications. Blink Heal allows me to teleport to an ally. When I teleport to them, they get a little burst of healing, and that one's very, very useful. I'm gonna thump this to finish it. 400 XP. We have our heroic abilities, so because we are level 11, they're not 10 yet, so I think we can very easily force a fight. Alter spawning. I think I might as well TP onto their Toip, or our Toip in this case. This way he'll just start regenerating HP. And slowly heal him up. As we can see here, once my trait comes off cooldown, it's going to give him a little bit of extra HP. Hit this guy a little bit. Zone out to Duranda. Little zombie wall for zoning. To complete this channel here, if we take any damage on while we're channeling for the altar, it will indeed cancel the capture of that, which is bad news bears. That's going to be a very good Duranda ultimate for the zoning. Gotta watch out, Urstein is in there awfully deep. I might actually die from that. Okay, I'm gonna get Sanctification, so maybe I shouldn't have gone in there. Maybe I should not have blinked onto him, not exactly sure. But either way, I did indeed die there, and we actually are gonna get cleaned up. Hopefully these two can survive, and it looks like yes, as long as they don't get sniped by a Duranda Hawk. They're gonna be dangerously low here. Once Lanolema arrives, we might be able to contest this, but it looks like it's too late. We gave them just enough time to capture that altar, so this is actually looking like it might be a challenging game. As soon as the objective appears above the minimap, it's basically a good idea to just, 9 out of 10 times, just go to the objective. Come with the rest of the team. If you guys are there as all 5, should be good to go. Rainer's a little far forward. The zombie wall almost going to catch him, but not quite. Hello, Bob Jimmy. Good to see you. Okay, so looks like we're dead even at 28 to 28. We are ahead a little bit in XP thanks to, pretty sure that's Asmodon, yes. So Landolium with a pretty good XP contribution. If anyone has any specific questions about Heroes of the Storm, I'd be happy to answer them. There is the Artanis heroic ability down. It's going to blind us, do a lot of damage and area of effect. Zebo's really low on mana, but he does have his big summon guy, so might be able to get some pushing. It's a good slam. Urstein going to jump in here. He's going to have to be careful. Might have to heal their Toip. I probably should not play Brightwing on Hio, but... no latency in NA, but here! Oh, it's the challenge. Yes, Artanis is the Protoss dude with 2 laser swords. So, keep sieging this. Alright, the altars are indeed rising, and what this means is that we don't need to group up here and go for that. It looks like some of us are low on mana. You have to watch your mana count, of course, because if you get too low on mana and one of these altars spawn, then you're going to have a lot of difficulty actually contesting this. And the altar is going to spawn soon, so I think that everybody is going to get a sip of that healing well. We do not have Asmodon with us right yet. Toip is going to get low here. So many red circles I want to avoid sitting in. Blink onto Urstein. I think I'll hex this guy. Sergeant Hammer walking in here undeployed with the drive-by. There she goes. Alright, they're onto their Toip, so give him a blink heal. Got him some pixie dust. He's still gonna die. All my stuff's on cooldown, it's unfortunate. Might be able to still catch Artanis, but it's unlikely. Oh wow, he tried to get a really, really clutch swap there, but he just barely missed me. And it looks like we will actually be able to barely win that fight. Oh, 3 to 1, that's actually good. We can capture this altar. Cool. So there are as well a lot of good talent options here. Honestly, like the Sticky Flare, like Arcane Flare might seem like a weak ability, but this is actually okay. 40% slow for 2 seconds is even better if you take the increased Arcane Barrage range. Always important to keep it open mind with talents. It's most standard though to go with the Shield Dust, reducing ability damage by 50% for the 4 seconds the Pixie Dust is up. That's great. Adds to so much survivability. Pixie Dust already tremendously helpful on the physical side of things, giving you 2 charges of block. Blocks the 2 physical attacks, and then, yeah, this makes you really survivable for abilities. Even the movement speed boost one's pretty good. It's really rare I find that I need Ice Block, but sometimes it helps.
Heroes, I have opened a tunnel near our core that leads to the battleground center. Use it well.
Okay, that's cool.
My heroes shall have this gift as well.
So we can use this to, you know, get to the battlefield a little bit quicker, which is completely useless for Brightwing, but you know. So I can just TP in. I guess it's not completely useless. We should have people soaking lanes here, but I guess if Tyrael gets caught, then maybe it's okay. More inclined to go for Raynor, though, and just get the soak. Try and soak some experience by being in the lanes. If you're not experienced with MOBAs, this is the MOBA for you. Whoops, accidentally clicked something, dragged my Drag my cursor off the screen. Yeah, this is the MOBA game for people who either don't like MOBAs or they're just looking for a more relaxing version of Dota and or League of Legends. Something to play with your friends. I think that lovers of MOBA games and people who hate them will actually probably enjoy Heroes of the Storm if you give it a chance. It sounds weird because they, remove things like last hitting and items, which seem, like they're iconic parts of the genre, but believe it or not, it actually works just fine without it, and I don't think we sacrifice that much depth here. Now, this is also a very tough talent tree. I think that all of these are actually good. Even Hardened Focus, I think, is to be pretty good. At least with split pushing, it helps tremendously. So we need to go take care of these altars. Zemo's going to keep pushing top, which might be okay if we get one at least of these. We'll have to see. So we're going to need to grab at least one altar. I guess we're conceding the bottom one. We'll have to see. Alright, well, if he's going to capture that... Oh, no, he's going to get interrupted. Alright, well, if he can capture that, then maybe we still have time to interrupt... Tyrande? Nope. Not enough time. I actually like the increased polymorph duration a lot. The vulnerability one's really good, though, for bursting people down. They're both really good. I'm going to go with the duration one. I think they're both great. Like, for example, we're not focusing down Sergeant Hammers. This just makes it better peel. Because that means that Sergeant Hammer can't attack for an extra 1 second, which certainly adds up. They're both very good talents. Like, the vulnerability one is exceptional. And I always encourage people to play around with it, see what works best for you, see what your favorite talents are, and always keep an open mind. Well, that's going to do a lot of damage to me, but it looks like Tyrael is going to mess it up a little bit and is actually going to back out at just the last second. That's unfortunate. He could have almost caught me on that. Seasoned marksman, Brightwing. I was talking earlier about how Brightwing has the ability to sort of leverage her auto attacks a little bit better than some supports might be able to. Like, Lily can do it. But the fact that Brightwing has both ranged and has a lot of great free passive sustain, sure, it's slow, it's over time, it allows her to, poke people, take some harass, and then just heal it back up, and just trade very favorably. Maybe Seasoned Marksman Brightwing wouldn't be terrible, but it really depends on the talent tree. If it's the only thing they offer, I guess I have to take it. Alright, so 3 of these bad boys are gonna respawn. I guess I could take this thing, but it doesn't matter because I can just TP in. Whee! Alright, so we must contest the altars, and then cleanse the Sunwell. Hello, Kafang. Pete, yeah, it shows you really briefly on the top. Nope. Let me see if I can get to him real fast. Huh? Alright, so we're not gonna let Tyrande get this one. Okay. Ideally. I'm gonna try and zone this. That's actually why even the extra range on Arcane Flare isn't actually terrible. The problem is there's a lot of other options which are generally safer. It really depends, but if you can land your Arcane Flares, Brightwing's damage talents aren't terrible. And the extra range one's substantially better once you get the slow. It's alright. That's gonna be my slogan. It's not completely terrible. It's not as bad as you think it is, but it's not great. Hello, Spectre. Well, trying to get a little bit of soak and XP on, but I guess it looks like there isn't an engagement. And I can just TP onto land work. Cool. Glad you like it, Kafang. If you guys can do me a favor, when I post this on YouTube, because I'll be uploading Heroes of the Storm games over time, if you leave it a thumbs up, that makes a colossal difference. And it's one of the best ways that you can just support me. I really appreciate it. I'm glad that you like this game. This is one of my favorite games. I think that Heroes of the Storm is such a fun game to play with friends. It's a very low stress, easy to learn game, but still with a lot of depth behind it. That's true, the boss does fire off a round. Oh my god, in fact, you guys want to take the boss. See what they say. You guys want to take the boss? It fires 3 shots, enough to win the video game. Oh my god, we dedicate this victory to you. We can do it. We can do it. No, Game Master B. Today is Heroes of the Storm Day. Wow. Oh my god, he's gonna die. Blink heal too long. Too long cooldown. If I blink healed him the first time a little bit sooner, he didn't actually have to die there. So, I'm sorry, Artorias. Not used to the delay. If I blink healed like just a second sooner, then the other one would have come up on cooldown in time. Headless Horseman OP, it actually killed him at just the last second. Nice. Thanks, Kafang, I appreciate it. The Age of Empires on Wednesday, and that's just because I think, yeah, Christmas falls on Friday, so. Yay! On my main account, I have like hundreds of games under my belt, and I'm actually level 40. But this is just an alternate account. Yay, and I'm level 6, now I get access to quests, which bring on the money. Not bad. You get so many like rewards for progressing through this, and if you ever decide to try Heroes of the Storm, if you use my Fancy Pants referral link, which I just pasted on the screen, then you unlock content even faster. This game is a little bit better with the free-to-play model than something like League of Legends is in terms of how fast you unlock content, but, you know, still Dota 2 is the clear winner in terms of you just get everything for free. It's a trade-off, I guess. Oh, dude, don't worry about the other toy. We still won the game. Maybe you're a little too far forward, but I also could have healed you first, so that's a team effort there. Glad to hear it, oh my god. So yeah, that was a lot of fun. This is a rock solid game of Heroes of the Storm. I love me some Brightwing. She's a psychotic serial killer. That was a good one. See, there are games like this which may make it seem like Tyrande Soul support never works, but you take the healing talents, and with practice, you can actually pull out some reasonable numbers ever since the changes. Same thing with like a solo support Tassadar. It's not as bad as it sounds. At least the pro scene does run it from time to time, but I guess it requires a little bit more coordination. You have to know how to play with like a little bit less reliable sustain, but not terrible. Indeed, Eddie Mountain, yes. That's why we got our Kappa Claws. So I'll be doing one more game after that one, I think. Look at that Landolium siege damage, off the charts. Everyone played a rock solid game there. If you guys enjoyed watching this, I'll have all sorts of fancy stuff in the video description. As always, I really appreciate the support. I'll have more videos, I guess, of Heroes of the Storm and other things on my YouTube channel. Depending on reception, I might do more of this. We'll see. Although I think this suffers from the same problems of my AoE 2 stream format, and I don't know if I would ever want to play this solo. Maybe I'd stream it with friends. Maybe we'll do more Hearthstone stuff. I'm thinking about it, but I figure I'd just throw you guys a bone, try something different as an experiment. And so far it's been fun for me. Hopefully equally fun for you too. More Age of Empires stuff on the way, of course, too. And if this thing's well received, I'll throw in some extra Age of Empires 2 videos on top of that. So we'll be back in a minute with the final game in the stream, which I suppose will be in the North America region. Good to finally get some Brightwing in there. Brightwing always makes me smile. Geez, I have to think about this. Yeah, for all the people who had tech problems last game, should I just put them in on the NA region? That would be, oh my god, St. Charles, Homicidal Baron, Call Me Zesty. Do I just throw those guys in there since they all won the drawing before? And they all had tech issues? You let me know. Welcome, Windscreen Wipers. You can find the schedule below, and sleep well, Beelzebub. We're doing one last game since everybody's going to bed and I need to go eat dinner soon. So one more game. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. I'll see you all shortly. GG, well played. Oh, and happy holidays, of course.